Eating the proof that
Do you know that an adult African elephant can eat up to 136 kilograms of food each day?
Today we are going to be looking at the ancient Japanese art form known as chosaitsu, also known as paper eating. This paper eating was very common in the Japanese imperial era. Due to the lack of supplies, Japanese farmers would often resort to eating their paper that they had designated for art as a means of survival, because the Japanese were incredibly terrible at providing for their people when it comes to food. This isn't an attack. Please don't come for me, Japanese nationalist hate groups. I'm your host, Generic Jimson Jammy-san, and I lost the custody battle. On this sunny Philadelphian day, we are going to be taking a look at a small middle school boy trying this ancient paper eating. This dipshit has tried studying paper eating for the last 10 years. However, he has not gotten very far, for he is stupid. We do not know much about why this activity goes best when it's carried out by Asian people. All we know is that it does. As we all know, rice paper is one of the stupidest inventions in the entire world. Why would you try to condense rice grains into paper? But then again, I am not Asian. Rice paper, however, varies a lot in texture and edibility from regular paper, for regular paper contains bleach, but this doesn't matter very much, because bleach is leafy juice. God, that was stupid. As seen by epic World War II documentaries, Japanese kamikaze pilots would often eat paper as a ritual before carrying out kamikaze missions. This is very weird. The raping of Nanking was actually written down on paper. Conspiracy theorists link this to the Democrats. However, I believe there is a secret alien invasion going on. That is why our reporter has used alien attacks on New York as a test victim for paper eating. The ancient act of paper eating was first carried out on sumi paper, but regular printer paper today is very different from that, especially because printer paper is not as tasty. Small mice on my bedside table have led me to believe I'm going insane, but then again, that could just be the paper talking. But I have not tried this act of paper eating, so I don't know why I would say that. One of our agents has been carrying out some investigations on the US government and has found out that the atomic bomb's molecular structure is very similar to that of paper, especially because it has atoms. Is this a coincidence? I don't believe so. We should investigate Benghazi, as well as we should investigate this paper mystery. I find it very odd, because why would two things have similar molecular structure, unless this was some sort of sign planted by the Democrats, as well as Banjo-Kazooie. At this point in the documentary, you might be wondering why our stupid reporter is dressed up as a donkey. We're not quite sure. We just got him out of a mental asylum. But that is besides the point, because he's very good at his job.
You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe.
Again?
You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe.
We're not
You a
exactly
stupid
sure
hoe.
what that
You a
is,
stupid
but
hoe.
he at least takes 20 minutes. What? Is this right? He apparently takes only 20 minutes to eat a full-sized sheet of paper. That seems like a long time to me, but what do I know? Some people have been conspiring that the paper eating is actually linked to why 9/11 was an inside job. Others, however, believe that paper eating is actually the secret behind why dogs are explosive. In fact, Nintendo has even made points at this conspiracy themselves, releasing a game all about their main protagonist in their company, Mario, except for he is paper. As we all know in Paper Mario, Mario gets eaten at the end. Is this a coincidence? Or is Marahito Sakurai, or whatever his Jap name is, conspiring to expose this paper-eating mystery? This is an intensive mystery. Of course, the Earth is flat because it can only be drawn on paper, but paper can be eaten. Does that mean that the world is intentionally a delightful snack? Probably not. Now, at this point in our research, we are pointed to how paper relates to history. In lots of religions, paper is a key role. For Judaism, it is the Torah. For Christianity, it is the money they make. For Muslim, it is their Quran. And as we all know, Jesus was starved to death. Therefore, was he trying to survive off of paper, and therefore was able to use the strength paper gave him to move that boulder like the big strong boy he is? Now, as we all know, Muhammad had his head lit on fire. And what else is pretty flammable? That's right, paper. Now, if you've listened to Lil Juice WRLD's new epic, it's fire, as we all know, and juice is edible. Does that mean that because paper can be lit on fire, and because Lil Juice WRLD's track is fire, does that mean that Muhammad was actually trying to signal that paper is edible? I believe so. It certainly becomes confusing when you take into account the Communist Manifesto, because for once in the entire history of the world, paper actually starved people. But if that was